Hello, hi guys, welcome back to another weekly vlog. Today's Monday. I feel like I have done nothing but yet not stopped. It's been a really weird day. So I filmed my podcast this morning. I've filmed the roundup of the weekend. I've been shopping, I've put stuff away. I've had a few phone calls today that I've had to deal with and stuff, and it's just, yeah, there's just been lots going on, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So I haven't filmed anything but the Christmas show vlog this weekend. So if you haven't watched that, me and Ian went and got weighed at the weekend. I put on £0.5 and Ian maintained, so that's great for him. I've just been really struggling with I don't really know how to explain it without being crude. I'm struggling with what's going in and what's coming out, basically. Yeah. And I have been for a while, so I don't know what it is. But I've just managed to sit down. I've also organised my shoes. I know, a bit random, but I decided that my shoes were getting a little bit chaotic because there were shoes that I had in my wardrobe that were shoes that you could wear sort of. I've got like Crocs and my Birkenstocks and stuff that you can wear like in autumn if it's not too cold, but today is chilly and I've looked at the weather and it's going to be chilly, so I've sort of bagged up all the shoes that need to go in the loft, and now all my trainers and like the rest of my other shoes are in the wardrobe, and I've got some shoes in the cupboard thing here. Like my everyday shoes. Oh, you don't need to know all this crap, do you? I'm just about to knit a little bit more on this sock to get down to the heel. And today's temperature crafting project is my fluffy poof, so I will get that out later as well and work on that. I have put my yarn away, so my hand-dyed yarn I've put away. The sock yarn that I got, the Lidl, like the packs, and the Aran I haven't put away yet. I feel very overwhelmed at the moment with not so much the hand-dyed yarn but the commercial yarn that I've got, and I've got 3 boxes on top of my wardrobe full of yarn. I've got boxes under my bed full of yarn. I need to stop buying. And I know I've just been to a wool show and bought stuff, and it's just like I've just pulled out a box and it's got the black yarn that I wanted to do a ghost jumper with that I completely forgot about. And I think going into next year, I don't want to have so many whips all at once, because I'm feeling like things are not getting done, things are not getting finished, because I've got so much on the go. The cross stitch, I'm okay with that because I know cross stitch takes a lot longer. It's not just, oh, I can get this done in a week. Where with knitting, I can easily get a pair of socks, obviously not as long as these legs, but I can get a pair of socks normally done in about 3 days if I really concentrate on it. Like with maybe a shorter leg and a foot, I can sit there and in a couple of evenings I can get a pair of socks done. And with a garment, yeah, that's going to take longer, but normally within like a couple of weeks, probably DK anyway, I can get a tee done. So I've got whips on the go that are just sitting there, and I really need to have a little think about what I really want, and concentrate on them things. Maybe have, like at the moment, I think I've got 15 whips where I was rolling a 12-sided dice, if you remember, and I had 12 whips. And I was like, yes, that's a bit excessive. And now I've got 15. I've just finished the MCAL. I've finished my hat. And I'm very glad that I've got these finishes. But I'm feeling like now I need more finishes. So I'm going to finish these socks. I've got other socks that I've got already cast on. So that will replace these socks as a little pick up and go project, or get a few rounds done each day maybe. And then they will eventually be done. But I do want to concentrate on the whips that I've got, because I want them finished. I want more progress on these things. And what is good at the moment is I don't oh, excuse me, sorry, I don't have an inkling, I don't have the urge to cast anything in particular on. I'm not feeling left out because I haven't cast something on, or I really want that, so I'm gonna cast it on. I haven't felt that at the moment, which is good, because I don't need to cast anything else on until I have stuff off the needles. And I know that is not going to happen this side of the new year. 1, because there's not much time left. 2, we're going away. I'm not taking much with me. So yeah. I do have a baby vertebrae that I could knit and finish, because that doesn't take that long, and it will give me a quick gratification of something being finished. And I think I've got another baby thing on the go. But yeah, I just feel a little bit overwhelmed with it all, and all of the yarn that I do have, and I'm like, do I really want this yarn? It's commercial. I could destash it, and if I ever need it again, I can buy it again. I'm just in a little bit of a funk. I've just edited the weekend vlog. I need to edit the podcast, so I might do that in a bit, and then knit on this. I'm watching some YouTube. It is 4 o'clock, but Ian's gone to the garage. I can't remember what he was doing. He probably did tell me, and I probably wasn't listening. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. Like I said, I've been shopping, and we're gonna be we've meal planned for 4 days, I think. We've got that. Yeah, 4 days. So we've got like a Indian inspired fish soup. We've got gumbo soup. Now, when I say soup, they are like chunky, meaty soups. Like, one's got big chunks of fish in it. The other one's got prawns and sausages. I'm doing gammon, egg, beans, mushrooms. And then the other meal is a teriyaki pork stir fry thing, but without the noodles. So we're going to try and do an SP week as much as we can. Because Ian's maintained for the last 2 weeks. I've lost and then put it back on. So yeah, hopefully we will get there. Hopefully. I'm not really feeling anything at the minute. Like, I can't be bothered to do Slimming World. I don't really know what I want to work on. But I'm sure it'll all come back to me. Plans for this week, haven't really got many, to be honest. I might go to my sister's on Thursday again. Might make it like a little routine, just to see the boys once a week, possibly. I don't know. But I know not to come home at stupid o'clock when the traffic's horrendous, or maybe check the traffic before I leave. And then that could be a day where I've got a meal that's really easy to do, or I can like prep it beforehand and stuff. So yeah, Ian's on days this week. He's going to be back on nights next week. So make the most of him being on days this week. I enjoy him being home, but I just don't enjoy the having to be quiet in the morning. And we live in such a small flat that it's really hard to be able to do anything. And yeah, I can sit there and watch the telly, but then I feel like I haven't Like, there's no purpose to my day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get up, I potter around to tidy up, I do the dusting, maybe the hoovering, and like you potter around. Where when he's asleep, I can do some pottering around, but not a lot. So yeah, like today I've gone in the bedroom, sorted out my wardrobe and silly little things like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to. I've edited that vlog. That ain't gonna go up till Friday. So I need to do the podcast and then get that up for Wednesday. So yeah, but I had an amazing weekend. I really enjoyed it. And I bought some lovely stuff. So yeah, stuff that I wasn't intending on buying. But Ian is the worst. You just need to ask Sarah, because he is the worst. What about this? What about that? Just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it. Like, I love that he's like that, and I appreciate that he is like that and wants me to have nice things, but I'm not like that. The first time we walked round, Ian did start walking around with us, but it was so busy. It was horrendous. It was just, oh, it was so many people, and it got really, really hot. And he didn't walk, he sort of walked around with us a little bit, and he was like, I'm gonna go and wait over there. And then in the end it was like, I'm gonna go and wait outside. Like, there was a lobby, and I didn't really buy much, and I didn't like, and then when he walked around with me, he was like, oh, look at this, look at that, look at this. Oh, I don't know. So yeah, I really need to figure out projects that I'm taking away with me as well, because, but then I'll probably work on these things on the run up to, and yeah, I don't know. I've got some trainers. I sorted my shoes out, like I said, and I've got some white Converse that I've put in the washing machine, because I haven't worn them that much, but they've gone yellow, and I don't know whether it's because they've just been sat there and it's really dusty and other shoes have gone on top of them and all that. So I thought, well, I'll put them in the washing machine. If they come out nice and white, then that's good. If they don't, then I was going to get rid of them anyway. So no loss. No great loss there. I don't really know what we're having for dinner tonight. I've been shopping. I don't know what we're having for dinner. I might do the gumbo soup because it's quick and easy. But then the fish soup's quite easy and quick. Oh, God. Right, I'm going to go. I'm wearing my Alpine Bloom today. And do you know what? Since taking the neck off, because I was having trouble with the neck and the fit and everything, I've just got it on with some black trousers. Ian hates these trousers, by the way. I love them because they're really comfortable, but he says because they're really wide-legged, he's not a lover of them. But I've worn this top with these trousers and I feel really comfortable. And even though, like, there is a bit of excess material, but I love it. I love this top so much. In a way, I wish I wore it that weekend. I know for next time, because I got compliments on my Radvent, but I think I would have got more compliments on this. So I know for next time to wear this, possibly, if I don't wear it out by then. Right, I'm going. And I'm going to knit, I'm going to edit, I'm going to watch the telly, and then I'm going to put the kettle on, probably in about half an hour. I don't know why I do that. I think in about half an hour I'm going to have a nice cup of tea or coffee. I don't know, I try to stagger them through the day. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Hello, it's Wednesday, and you would have seen this morning we had a little bit of snow. It didn't settle. It's far too wet because it's been raining, I think, most of the night. And yeah, so we had, what I filmed was when I'd got up. But Ian had messaged to say that it had been snowing long before that. And I came in here, I'd made my coffee, came in here, sat down. And the snowflakes were huge. They were so big and they were coming down like quite fast, but that lasted like minutes. So it's just raining now. We've just got horrible rain. So yeah, not very nice. Yesterday I didn't really do much. Sorry, all this looks a mess behind me, but it's my headphones, my pattern and my bag, and the blankets that we were using last night because it was cold. So yesterday I didn't even open a Zoom for me and my friends because I decided to go shopping when I got up because I needed to go to Aldi and Sports Direct. So I was like, right, I'll do that first and then I'll open a room when I get back. The traffic was horrendous. Now, the little retail park that I go to, it's not that far from here. It's not walking distance, but it's not that far. So I went to Aldi, went to Sports Direct, but the traffic was just horrendous. And then I spent more time sitting in the car than I did in the shops. And then on the way back, well, when I was walking back to my car, I did actually look at my car and I was like, this is filth. Like where I park here at home, the front of my car is not against the wall, but up by the wall, and there's ivy on the wall. Ian has cut most of it back, even though it's not his job, but because our car's parked there, Ian has cut most of it back, but there's like a bit of a supporting bit in the actual wall itself, and the ivy's come round that and it's all hanging down anyway, and all of the crap from it goes on my car, like on the bonnet, and it was just disgusting. So I decided to wash my car on the way back, and there was a queue for that as well. So I was sat in the queue waiting for the car wash. The car is nice and clean now, even though it's rained, but that's fine. It was like the dirt was quite hard to get off. I used the jet wash because I thought it'd be easier, and I don't really like using roller washes, you know, like I don't know if anywhere else in the world it's different, I don't know, but here we have the big roller washes, so there's like 3 bars with like brushes or like bits of material or whatever, and you go in, so you've got 2 either side of the car and 1 on top. I don't really like using them because I've had bad experiences with them, not the actual machine itself, but I've used them in the past with my older cars and they've ruined the paint on the car. So where the pieces of material are constantly slapping on the car, I find that it ruins the lacquer. And whenever I see a really nice car go through one of these roller washes, I just cringe. And they've probably changed over the years, but I still don't really like them. So I use the jet wash, and I just give it a quick go over. And then when I got home, I was absolutely done in for. Got home, put the shopping away. What did I do after that? Trying to think, because oh, that's right, Ian asked me to go and pick up a game, and I'd literally walked in the door and I was like, I'm not going back out. So I sat down and I had a drink. Ian was still at work, obviously, and then I said to him, look, if you want me to quickly pop to Sainsbury's, I will. It was the fault of just literally coming in the door and having to go back out again. But I sat down, I had a drink, I had some lunch, and then I was like, right, I will go back out, because I needed to get some chicken stock pots anyway. So like the I don't know what they are, they're like chicken stock. So I went and got that. He wanted the new Call of Duty game, so I ordered that in Argos, which Argos is in Sainsbury's. They're like, I think Sainsbury's bought Argos or whatever it was. Anyway, so I went and did that, got home. On the way home, Ian went, where are you? And I was like, I'm just down the road, and he went, me too, and the bolt has come out of my door. So I waited downstairs for him to get home. He was literally a few minutes behind me, and I thought like maybe his door's hanging off, like if he opens it. No, it was just loose. But in the meantime as well, I checked my boot. So if you've been here a while, you may or may not know, I can't remember if I've said it or not, but my car leaks, and it used to leak at the front of the car, and my footwell used to get really wet, and the boot was leaking because I've got a sunroof, and the drain pipes, one of them had popped off, and was inside the boot, and I used to have a little pot there to catch the water until it got really, really rainy, and then Ian fixed it for me. However, I went to my boot the other day when it rained just to check it, and it was sobbing wet again. So while I was waiting for Ian yesterday, I emptied my boot out, and I just got like random stuff in my boot. Like I've got a boot bag, and it's got my oil in it for my car. It's got screen wash in it, like the essentials for the car. And changing the subject a little bit, I remember breaking down once. My fuel pump had gone, and the breakdown service come out, and he said, oh, you need oil. I went, oh, okay then. So I went to the boot and got the bottle of oil out, and he went, oh, you've got the oil in the boot. And I was like, where else am I going to put it? And he went, oh, not many people just have oil in their boot. And I was like, but it's for the car. So I've just got like it's like a square, it's actually a car cleaning bag, but it's got like Velcro on the bottom, so you put it in the boot and it don't move around or anything. It sort of Velcros to the carpet, and I've just got all them little like bits and pieces in it in the corner of the boot. Yeah, so I've got like screen wash, there's an empty bottle in there if I ever need water, my oil, there's a tyre pump in there, just like essential things that you might need when you're out and about. So anyway, I cleaned the boot out. I had a camping chair in the boot, you never know when you might need one of those, and I had a bag that Ian was using for work that had gone mouldy, not realising it, and there was just lots of stuff on the bottom. So I emptied the whole thing. I took the carpet out. That was disgusting. I'm telling you, all of my nasties. I got it out, and the underneath was mouldy, and I was like, oh. And it was that mouldy that the tyre underneath, because I have a spare wheel, was mouldy as well. Like, you know, when you could just see the white of it. And I was like, in that bag, in my boot, is a mould remover, because when my car got damp before, I think it was when we come back from holiday, I opened the door and I was just like, ugh. Because it had just gone mouldy where it was so damp. And that's when I had fabric chairs. I have leather chairs now. So yeah, I sprayed the wheel with this mould remover stuff. Ian said the tyre's flat anyway, so we'll need to either pump that up and check it or get a new tyre for it. But I think it's probably just gone flat, but I've got a tyre pump in the car. I put the carpet in our bin shed, and I've left the carpet out because it is sobbing wet, and I'm like, I can't put this carpet back in the car because of how wet it is. I've managed to put the bag back in the boot, and I had a bag for life that I've put other bits and pieces in. I chucked the chair away, I chucked the bag that Ian was using away, and the carpet, it's not even a carpet, it's like, it is a carpet, like the boot carpet, you know what you lift up to get the wheel underneath. and it's got like thick pieces on it that are, I don't know if they're wood or foam. It's not really heavy, but it's quite thick and it's just all wet. So I said to Ian, look, I'll put it in the bin shed, because I said, should I just chuck it away? And he went, but then we're gonna need to get a new one. I was like, okay, I'll put it in the bin shed up the side of a bin. If it gets chucked away, it gets chucked away. If it dries out, then I can give it a good clean. That's fine. But it looks like I'm not going to have a boot carpet for a while, because it is just rank and the car's leaking. So what's the point? We need to find out where it's leaking from. And I do have a sub box that Ian has built into the side of the car. And that all needs to come out, and it's aggro, but it does need to be done. And I really do want a dry car. Every time I go to it, I have to wait for the windows to clear, because it's all condensation on the inside. This is probably really boring for you all, sorry. And all this story to say that I got home yesterday after all of that. Ian put his new game on, and I sat here and procrastinated for a few hours. I did finish my socks. They're over there. I didn't think of showing you. You'll see them on the podcast. And I have been working on my fluffy poof, which I am absolutely in love with. I have tried this on, and now I'm doing the rib at the bottom. So it's not going to be a long cardigan. I didn't want it to be too long, so that's how long from the armholes, that's inside out, it's going to be. And I'm started to put the rib on. So the sleeves, I am going to do balloon sleeves, and I'm just loving it. And I'm on to the second ball, and I've only just picked up the second ball, so there's loads of yarn, and I've got some more of this yarn that Nancy had gifted me. I have tried this on and it fits perfectly. I'm really pleased with how it's going. There is the Le Pouf, which I may make as well, because I've got lots of yarn that I could do like a fade with or something. So yeah, that is basically what I've been up to. I finished the socks last night, then I went straight on to that. And today I haven't really done anything. It's still quite early. I've had a shower, I've washed my hair. I'm liking the colour a little bit more now that the purple shampoo has washed out a bit more. It's not as purpley. It's still very yellow in places, as you can see, but yeah. What else? Tonight, we're going to probably have gumbo soup for dinner. Yeah, we're going to have gumbo soup for dinner. I saw a recipe for chicken soup as well. So when I went to Aldi yesterday, I got the stuff for that. Basically 2 chicken breasts, a potato, some carrots, chicken stock, garlic, salt and pepper. I did save the recipe. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go and knit on this, watch some telly, and I'll catch you later. Hello. Well, it's Saturday now, and I haven't filmed hardly anything this week just because I haven't been doing anything, to be perfectly honest. I've procrastinated a lot of the week. And yeah, I just really haven't done much. I didn't even go to my sister's this week because I was tired. I felt so tired. And I don't know whether it's just the weekend catching up with me. So last weekend we went to the Birmingham yarn show, the Christmas yarn show. And I don't know whether it was that just catching up with me, but I've been so tired. But I found it really hard to get a good night's sleep. And yeah, it's just so much as like gone on in a way. The beginning of the week, my back weren't really cooperating with the rest of my body, and stuff. And I don't like to come on here and moan about my pains and my aches and stuff like that. And that's why maybe it seems like I'm better than I am to you guys, because I don't really say much. Because that's not what my channel is about. And I know in my vlogs I share pretty much everything else, but I don't really share when I'm in pain. And yeah, I don't, other than to Ian and maybe my mum and my sister, I don't really moan about my pains and stuff to anyone, because no one can really help. But the beginning of the week was like, I just need to rest. So yeah, it's now Saturday. We've been and got weighed. So I might just do this bit of vlog here and then get it uploaded. We've got 3 weeks until we go to my mum's. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think I'm going to get much crafting done. I want to get crafting done, but there's obviously lots of other things going on the run up to Christmas and getting stuff ready for the holiday and whatever. But I thought I'd quickly come on and show you quick progress of what I've been working on. And I have just been concentrating on one project because I've enjoyed that this week. So the podcast is probably going to be a bit boring. But I have, on my Lapoof, got one sleeve done and this much. See, I keep my waste yarn in until the end so I can measure from that. It's just easier, unless obviously I use barber cord, then I'll put a stitch marker in. But I've got that much of the second sleeve. I really love this. I've tried it on, it fits lovely, the colour is really nice. So yeah, I was working on that and I managed to get a little bit more done on my haunted house. You'll see all this in the podcast properly, but I got a little bit more done on that. And yeah, that hopefully by today-ish, maybe by tomorrow, I'll have that other sleeve in and then I can pick up for the ribbon and hopefully have that done by the middle of next week. And then I will pick up a different project and work on that. Possibly my outline tee or possibly the tier. I'm not sure. I have changed up my temperature crafting though. You know, I had 10 projects, knitting and crochet, assigned to a number. I have changed that to just cross stitch, so it is my temperature stitching. And I have got 5 things assigned to 2 numbers, 0 to 4 and then 5 to 9. And I haven't done any yet. I changed it on Thursday, and that's when I worked on that haunted house. I put 488 stitches into that on Thursday. I just really enjoyed cross stitching. I sat there most of the afternoon just putting in the rest of the pink and filling in the windows and whatnot. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. The other night I worked on the C2C blanket while I was in the bedroom. So yeah, the temperature stitching for today and tomorrow is the crossword. So I might try and get 200 stitches in that today. Even if I can, like, because I'm doing predicted temperatures, I'm not doing temperatures of the day. I'm looking at what is next week and then putting that down. If I feel like I could get more than 100 stitches in for that day, and I'm enjoying it, I'll just carry on. So I'm not doing it like strictly by the rule. But yeah, so that's the plan. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, yes, it was yesterday. I went to B&M. Ian needed picking up from the yard because he didn't have his car. And I went to B&M and picked up quite a few Christmas presents. So we've got Olivia, Amelia, I've got Mikey and Ollie something, I've got Charlotte something, we've already got Cody's. I'm just saying names now, aren't I, that you probably don't know who they are, but I've got my sister something as well. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with Christmas presents, and I always find that once I've bought one or two, I get into the swing of things, but it's that getting into the swing of things of buying stuff. And I don't think we're doing like adult-y nieces and nephews, but I might just put, like, we might just put some money in a card for the younger boys, because we don't know what to buy them. They just game all the time. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start. So yeah, that is the plan for that. My mum and dad, I think we've decided that we're going to sort presents out while we're there. So we're going to do that, and I think we're going to do a little Secret Santa thing where I don't know if wherever you are in the world, because I know there's lots of people that watch my channel from all around the world, here, and I think in America and definitely in Spain, that's why I'm saying it, we have a shop called Flying Tiger. Sometime it might just be called Tiger, but it's a knick-knack shop. And I was on the phone to my mum last night, and we was like, oh, we could do Secret Santa and just say like we had, I don't know, €10 or something, and one at a time, me, Ian, my mum and dad go in one at a time and pick something so random for the person that you've picked for Secret Santa, as a little like laughy gift. And I think that would be so good. So I think we're gonna do that. I want to do that. I think it'll be fun. So either like €10, €20 or whatever. It could, like, I think we'll have a maximum amount to spend. But yeah, I think that would be quite funny. Because there's no like Euro, like we have pan shops here, like Panland and stuff, and there is no, that I know of, Euro shops in the retail part, not retail, in the shopping centre that my mum goes to. We might even go to Mercia because it's a bit bigger there. I don't know, I'm just talking out loud now. So yeah, that is that. Did I say we went and got weighed this morning? It is Saturday. We went and got weighed this morning, and we both lost 1.5 pounds, which I'm very happy about. We've been both really, really good this week. We had a bad weekend, obviously, but from Monday we were bang on it every day. So that's really good. We both lost 1.5 pounds. I've got 2.5 pounds to go to Target. We've got 3 weigh-ins until we go away. I just so hope that I can do it. I'm going to try and be so good this week. So good. We'll see. And then we went to the cafe, and then Ian's gone to the garage. He dropped me back home. It's raining. It's miserable. So I might just sit here, knit on that sleeve. I've done housework already. I've changed the bed and stuff. Just, yeah, you know, like just bits and pieces. So I know I can just sit down, chill, put the telly on. There's a few programs that I want to watch. So I'm going to have a look and see what there is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't think there is much else. Going forward, like, I'm just thinking that my vlogs, so I finish vlogging, so I start on a Saturday and I finish on the Friday, and then that vlog goes up Monday. So you're seeing like a Saturday, a whole week behind. So when I'm saying, oh, I've lost this much, I've lost that much, it's like, to me, it feels like 2 weeks behind. So I don't know whether to try and run them like don't know. Sunday to Saturday, and then get them up on the Monday, because it gives me that little bit of time to edit, because I still would like to get it up on a Monday. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't think this one's going to be particularly long and very interesting. And I don't think I've got much else to say, to be honest. What else is happening? What's the plan for next week? Not a lot. Again, not a lot. Just Ian's on nights next week, so there probably won't be a lot of vlogging next week either, to be perfectly honest. He might go to the garage and I don't know. But yeah, I will try my best to film a podcast on Monday for Wednesday. I do like to have that little bit of break in the middle so I can get them up. Even though I edit normally on the Monday straight after, but it gives me that little bit of time. So yeah. I hope you're all okay. Let me know what you're working on. Anything new? Are you doing any cross stitches? I need to figure out what ones I'm going to take away, because we need to sort out our clothes first. That's a main priority. Is clothes. But yeah, I would like to take something away. If worse comes to worse, I could always order something from Temu and get it delivered straight to my mum's. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I would like this off the needles, because I've got a couple of pairs of trousers that I'm taking with me, and I've got a dress that it would go with as well. But the sleeve, I love the sleeve. Oh, I'm getting tied up in the yarn now. The sleeve, I've made it quite long, because I'm always fed up with making sleeves long, what I think is long, and they're not actually long. So I've made this a lot longer. And with this pattern, you make it a proper balloon, so it expands, and then you decrease at the other end. So obviously this ain't even on me properly, but the sleeve is nice and long and balloony, and it's not even blocked yet. So I love this yarn. So thank you, Nancy. I absolutely love it. I've got another 3 balls in a different colour. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. That might be something that I start in the new year. If I wear this a lot, because the other colour is really nice as well. So yeah, right, I'm going to go and stop rambling. I hope you all have a lovely week. And I hope the weather, it is supposed to warm up a little bit. If you know what I mean, not like get hot, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit. So I hope you all have a lovely week, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye guys.